So you can't see me very well, but that's okay. You don't need to see my face to hear my voice. So today, I want to talk about men. Not all men. Not good men. If you hear some of my writing, you might think I have a problem with men. I don't have a problem with men. I have 2 boys that are going to be men. Men have a very important purpose, but a lot of them forgot where they came from. And it somehow is a problem to be a woman with an opinion about men, but men got all sorts of opinions on what a woman should be, how she should look, what she should do. It's like you think that you can tell a woman how to be a woman, but you came from a woman. Get it? Like you're trying to tell the source how to be the source. And I don't necessarily understand that. As a man, how can you tell a woman what she should be? A woman, for all intents, a woman is your creator. Yeah, men have their purpose in creation, but it is a very small purpose, okay? It's like for a mother, she has to give up 9 months of her life, and all you had to do was give up 2 minutes, Some of y'all. So a father is essentially just a motherfucker, Not all y'all, and I'm saying there's some really good fathers out there. But so many people have it twisted. And men think they can tell women what to do, how to be, how to dress, all this other shit. And I don't subscribe to any of that. One of the biggest things that men worry about, that they should not worry about, is a little something called body counts. Well, if you asking me how many people I killed, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Otherwise, what are we talking about? That is a question that a man asks a woman when he wants to devalue her. He wants to decide what she is worth, and he think he's gonna get that answer by her saying, I fucked this many dudes or whatever. Back when I was young, I used to entertain such questions, but I would just say something off the wall, right? For instance, guy I was dating, topic came up, and he told me that his body count was 7, and in my head I'm like, what, like a week? Like super fuck boy. It was written all over him, like you could tell. He knew he was a fuck boy. I knew he was a fuck boy. Everybody knew. Like 7. I knew he was lying. I knew he was just talking shit, right? So I'm not going to call you out on it, because you let me know we're playing the game, so I'm going to play right back. So I just added a number to what he said. I was going to say 700, but I felt like that was a little too unrealistic, because there's no way somebody's going to, they're not going to believe that I fucked 700 dudes unless I'm a porn star. So I said 70. That sounded a little bit more realistic. This man was affronted. His feelings were hurt. He called me a treesh, and I'm like, you see all the shit you just did to me, and now now I'm a hoe or something? And it was so funny. Like, he got his feelings hurt so bad. But now, I don't even entertain such questions. Like, I'm too grown for that. If you even think to approach me with some bullshit like, what's my body count? Okay, since you want to talk numbers, what's your bank account? Matter of fact, send me $500 for asking me that stupid ass question. Because the best way to apologize is with money. And if you ain't got money, well, your apology really ain't worth shit. Like, yeah, let's talk numbers since you want to talk numbers. What's your bank account? If you got $11.25 in your bank account, but you want to talk to me about numbers, you focusing on the wrong numbers. You better get your money up before you come talking to me about some shit. And it's crazy because it's like, the higher the number that they perceive that you have, the lower your value goes to them. And women have just gotten to a point where we don't care what y'all think. Y'all gonna fuck us anyway. And it's crazy. You can fuck a bitch, like, stick your tongue all in her asshole, and then afterwards be like, yo, so how many dudes you don't fuck with? Ain't you a little late for that? It's crazy to me that is a question. Let the past stay in the past. It really don't. As long as you are safe, as long as you ain't got no diseases, it really don't fucking matter. But somehow, men get their feelings hurt over who a woman has been with. You get mad over a woman's past. You get mad about some shit that you didn't even exist for her then. But it's like you expect her to wait for you and all this other shit. It's like, y'all expect us to wait for you like you're our soulmates, and, you know, you cheat on us anyway. Where they do that at? You get mad about a woman's past. That's absurd to me. How you get mad about some shit where you wasn't even around for? Make that make sense. And it just doesn't. It'd be shit like that really just, it boggles my mind. Because my value is not tied to how many dudes think I'm the shit in the sack. Not at all. It just isn't. That's one of my biggest issues with men, is that they try to devalue you based on what you've done with other people, but they want you to do that same thing to them. It's like you want a porn star that's never fucked anybody before. That is not how it works. Yeah, I don't. That's one of the biggest things I don't understand. I never will. And I'm too grown to even entertain such bullshit anymore. Don't come at me with that. You know, men definitely serve a purpose here in this world, but telling women what to be is not it. And now, I was just watching the stand-up comedy where it's like, women got the game fucked up. You gotta go out and spend money on her and take her out and do all this shit, and at the end of the night, just hope she likes you. Well, men got the game fucked up because now they want women to do that. Men got the game fucked up because it's like men want a sugar mama. So these men out here are acting like the bitches in the relationship. They want a bitch that already got a crib, that already got a car they can use, that can just move in with them. And the only thing he got to do is dick her down and argue with her throughout the day. That's it. Like, if I was a man, I would be embarrassed to let a woman have something more than me and just ride on her coattails. Couldn't be me. I don't know. But that's one thing I won't do anymore, you know. That I won't do that struggle love. Because in my experience, those things are mutually exclusive. One cancels the other out. You either going to struggle or you're going to have love. Yeah, I don't really think you can have both. And there's these people that are like, oh, well, we struggle so much all in our lives, but at least we had each other. And we're living in a hovel at 80 years old. I would rather be single. I would rather be single than struggle with somebody. Because if I got to struggle with you, I can't love you. I just can't. There's no love if there is struggle. And if you are up and you with somebody that's down, they're just going to bring you down. Why would you want to struggle with somebody? And I also don't subscribe to the notion of what a lot of men think a housewife should be. Like, I don't read comments anymore just because people are stupid. And I'm not even going to let that pollute my airwaves. But I've seen, comments like this, like, well, if a man works and takes care of everything, then you should keep the house clean and cook for him and do all this other shit. Let me tell you something. I don't want to be with a man who treats me like the help. I'm not the help. That's what the help does. So, like, if you a man and you single and you ain't got nobody, who's going to do all that shit for you? You, right? So you want a woman that's just going to cook and clean and do all that shit and suck your dick and give you free pussy too? You got me all the way fucked up. And it's like some of these men want you to do everything that they mama did for him, plus fuck them. It's like, you think the only difference in me and your mom is that I'm sucking your dick. If your mama did it for you, don't expect me to. I'm not cleaning up after you. I'm not cooking for you. For what? That's not my purpose at all. You know, and I had an ex one time that he had said that I filled all his boxes, right? But at the time, I hadn't cooked for him. I never did either. He's like, oh, now I got to see how you cook. Because that was the one thing on his list that hadn't been crossed off. Well, you can just cross me off the whole entire list, because why am I going to do that for you? I'm not here to serve a man. Period. Like, if you want somebody like that, you better have enough money for a butler, a maid, a chef, all that. Because if you're a woman and you're just doing that for a man, you know, you Susie Homemaker, you're losing. So what? He pays the bills. So I've had men that pay the bills and I still ain't got to do that. It's like, if you know your worth, you're not going to lower it. You're not going to devalue yourself for a man. If a man knows your worth, he gonna come out of pocket. And that's why, like, if you do struggle love, you gonna be with a man who needs to borrow $20, you know. If a man ever asks me for money, I'm not even gonna be with nobody like that, because I can already tell the vibes. Ask me for money for what? Like, okay, so y'all tell women what they supposed to be, right? Our purposes and all that, what we supposed to be to you. So for me, protect and provide. And a lot of men can't do either. It's like, y'all supposed to protect us, and then you beat us black and blue. So you can't protect, and you can't even pay all the rent. So that means I got to get a job and go half-seas with you, and still do all the work around the house, and then give you some free pussy. And I don't get nothing but some struggle love. Not me. And I am speaking from experience. Okay? Because I ain't do nothing for this man, right? I didn't do any things I was telling you. I didn't cook for him. I didn't do nothing. I treated him very well. But I'm not about to come out of pocket on you. What do I look like? Do I look like your daddy? And, you know, he got himself a sugar mama. And he moved right in with her. Good for you. I'm happy. Because if that's the type of shit you want, it never would have worked between us. You talking about you gonna get an apartment and you want me to move in with you, but I already live rent free. I already don't pay bills. So you want me to come live with you, pay half your rent, and have sex with you just because I love you. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And a lot of people disagree with this. You know, it's like, oh, well, love. You know, love comes with struggle. I'm not struggling with you. You know, that shit is in the past. It's like where struggle was big. The world is too big now. There's too many ways to make money to struggle, especially with somebody that ain't got nothing. And it'll be the ones that really ain't got nothing that got the most audacity. So, for instance, right? So I'm on my walk one day, you know, get some exercise. And it's like a car full of dudes. It wasn't a driver. It wasn't even a front seat passenger. It was the back seat passenger. Rolled his window down. Talking about, I'm Jimmy. I am not interested. You know what that moment reminded me of? You know that song, No Scrubs? A lot of people don't forgot about that song. Like, that shit is still a bop, and every word of it is true. A scrub is a guy that thinks he's fly, also known as a buster. Like, ain't trying to spend no money on you, but he wants some pussy. And a lot of people are like, well, if you want something in exchange for pussy, then that makes you a prostitute. Well, anything that's free is devalued. So I would rather you call me a prostitute than to think you getting something for free. But it's all right for y'all to say, right? Why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? Oh, but it's a problem when the milk start costing, right? Now that the milk start costing, it's a problem. But yeah, don't be in the backseat of nobody else's car thinking you finna talk to me. You might say I'm bougie. You might think I'm too good for everybody. Okay, I'm not dealing with nobody that takes the bus. I'm not dealing with nobody that rides a bike. I'm not even dealing with you if you got a hoopty. Why? Because I don't do those things. So if I get with you, I'm going down. You're not about to bring me down. I'm not sinking with your ship. I am not sinking with your ship. And a lot of people, women especially, don't realize that there's a whole other way. That there are men that will pay for everything. Even your company. Men will pay just to have a conversation with you. It's not all about sex. You know? Men that especially couldn't get a beautiful woman otherwise will pay a lot of money just for the experience of you. Just for you to be their arm candy. So why you over here with Mr. Dusty Scrub-a-Dub-Dub sitting in the backseat of somebody else's car? I would be embarrassed if I was a man and I was trying to holler at somebody like that. Like, you better come to me correct. That's why I don't talk to people. When I'm outside, yeah, I'm seen by people. But in my mind, they're just invisible to me. Like, if I'm outside, first of all, I always got the stunner shades on, got my hater blockers on, you know. AirPods in. I'm in my own world. So don't try to get me to come to your world if it's like broken down, dusty. Like if I'm living on Earth and you live on Mars, that's like you trying to get me to move from Earth to Mars, where I'm gonna just be inhaling a lot of dust and can't even breathe. It don't make sense to me. And I was not raised like this. Okay, my mama was a stay-at-home mom for a long time. You know, she was the whole housewife, whatever. She only started working when my dad, you know, got sick and couldn't work. But I'm not about to work for nothing. Like I said, I don't work for things. Things work for me. And I'm damn sure not about to work for a man. As a woman, you are always the prize. And these men out here thinking that they the prize. It's like, well, I got all the money. I got a car. I'm the prize. Those are tools that enable you to get the prize. Let me tell you something about the prize. Prize. You know what's another 5-letter word that starts with a P? Pussy. The pussy is the prize. And if you think I'm wrong, can you sell dick or can you sell pussy? Dick has no value. You can't sell your dick. Pussy has value. That's why people pay for it. So if you are a man and you think that you are the prize, like, do you have a pussy or what? Because otherwise, no. Having money does not make you the prize. Money is a tool that allows you to get the prize. Like, you ever heard that saying, you gotta pay to play? Like, even at the circus, you know, you're trying to win your girl a prize, you gotta pay to play that game, right? To win that prize. You gotta have certain things in order to win the prize. Keep your eyes on the prize. And I feel like I got it right and everybody else is backwards. And a lot of people might feel the same way about me. I don't care. Because I know my worth. And men have spent a lot of money on me. So why would I spend money on a man when there are men who will spend money on me? It's not about anything else. Like, I don't date for fun. I date for funds. We can have a good time together and all that, but I don't spend time with anybody for anything. Because if I'm spending time with you and I'm not getting anything out of it, I can be by myself. I can be doing this. I can be talking. I can be posting. I can be writing. I can be doing a lot of other things that are going to make me money besides giving you my energy and talking to you for free. I can't do it. My soul will not allow me to do it. And I'm not saying you have to be the richest person in the world, but you have to be successful. Don't come to me talking about no problems. I don't even see problems. I see solutions. That's why if you are not on the same frequency, same airwaves as me, you can just go on. And that's why my curve game is vicious, baby. I'm like a curveball. I don't even entertain. I don't entertain these people. So, you know, if I'm in a certain neighborhood, I already know these men ain't about shit. You know? If I'm trying to find a man that I know is going to treat me like I'm a prize and spend money like I'm the prize, guess what? I can go to Wall Street. Literally. I can go to Wall Street and find me a man like that expeditiously. I don't know. It's like you got to play the game or the game is going to play you. And men have been running game on women for so long that now that women are onto the game and onto the bullshit, and it's like we playing it in return. We not even playing with y'all no more. We are playing with the power players. Some of us. The rest of us are so desperate for a man that you advertise your services. I cook, I clean, I do all that. Like, you know, the pygmies. Don't pick me, please. And that's another thing that's backwards. Like in the old days, right? Like a man had to court a woman. Women had their fill of men that they could choose from. And now it's like women have given power to men because women are waiting to be chosen by a man. You should have a roster of men that you can choose from. You shouldn't be waiting for one man to choose you. I am the chosen one. I'm not waiting for you to choose me. What I look like? No, you see the look on my face? No. No. So yeah, those are just some thoughts. I do not dislike men. There's good men out there. This ain't for them. You know, a good man already knows all this stuff. A good man treats his woman like the prize that she is. Everybody else, I don't know, y'all can catch up or something.